We've all been waiting.
Absolutely.
Spencer, I heard that correctly, right?
All right, and welcome everybody into the ESPN Louisville 93.9 The Ville pregame show. Sorry, we're getting started a little bit late. We're joining Mark Ennis and Dave Scull in progress. Now, I will go ahead and turn it over to
We had
them.
to kind of like huddle down and like lean over to try to listen, but we heard that.
The white girl's comment. I didn't hear what actor he said before.
I'm pretty sure it's
probably
Terry
Terry
Crews.
Crews. Yeah.
Right. I think we can all agree. It kind of doesn't matter who he's talking about. Whatever actor he's going to be, a TikTok of Lawrence dancing is worth a W.
Yeah, that's what we all need.
Jeff, get it done. Bring it up to the team. Let's go play football. And don't forget, Lawrence can dance on TikTok if we get this thing done.
Let's play some football.
Let's play football. Let's dance on TikTok.
That's right.
Not quite as.
Let's dance on TikTok.
You know,
Will
now
Mark be doing a TikTok after the game?
I am on TikTok. I don't make TikTok.
Mark, maybe that's your
I'm a consumer,
thing.
not a producer.
No, maybe that's your thing. If that you have to do. If
No, I
Louisville
eat
clinches
stuff. I
this
don't
weekend.
dance stuff.
What do you not like? What can we make you eat? You don't like spicy stuff. Can we get you like a 5-alarm fire wing?
Am I going to get this fish paddle? There we go. There we go. All right. Crumb's Revenge out here.
Yeah,
We're
Crumb's
waiting.
Revenge. He was withholding.
All
his
the
love.
luminaries are out tonight for Louisville and Virginia. Does Mike Lindsay have one Virginia fact that no one else knows?
Do you have a know the foe for us? Just a 1-second know the foe?
All right.
It better be a good one, too. Don't come over here like,
Instead of no, it's like
Thomas Jefferson founded the university. We know
better
that.
acquainted with the foe.
All right.
Here, Mike Lindsay, what do Virginia fans, pretentious Virginia fans, call their lockers? It's not locker. It can't be that.
It's gotta be something
Right,
else.
the stadiums, the grounds, all that stuff. It's got to be something.
The lockers.
The lockers.
Because I said we were going to stuff them in a locker earlier.
The
And
upper crust, pretentious Virginia
Mark
term
was like
for
it-
lockers.
yeah.
We're tasking you with that. See what you can come up with. Doesn't have to be right now. Take your time. It's fine.
Just think about it. Go think about it. Go marinate on it.
Right. No, there will never be a TikTok of me dancing or anything else.
What if we win the national championship? Will you do it? Come on, Mark.
Yeah.
Not this, like just anytime.
In
Louisville ever
football?
wins a football national championship,
Will I?
Yeah.
I will. Whatever.
Mark, I'll start an OnlyFans if we do that. Like it doesn't. You can go right past TikTok. I don't even care if we win the national championship. We're gonna get that done.
I wasn't ready for that. You should have warned me. That wasn't nice.
It would lose its effect if I warned you.
That was not kind of you to say, I'll start an OnlyFans. That's not nice. Dave, I'm trying to do a professional radio show.
I'm here to stop you. I'm here to make it as hard as possible. What other, what's a good
That's what
co-host
OnlyFans
for?
is
That's what OnlyFans is for.
Mark had the same wavelength there.
Perfect. I mean, you said it, too. I didn't say it. You said it. 8150 93 would like to try and rescue us from the path that we have fallen down. We didn't pick this path. We've ended up on it. We didn't choose
Dave
it.
I
needs
picked
money.
it.
He's doing anything he can to make money at this point. I can't judge him.
This is the
Help Dave.
This is the downside of legalizing gambling that they talked about in the state of Kentucky.
8150 93.9. That's the number if you want to get in here. 38 31 93 for the UPS Jobs text line. Text says over under on Mark hitting the gritty. I've watched my son do it. I will never attempt that. If world-class athletes in the NFL get made fun of for their attempts at the gritty, there will be no TikToks of me doing the gritty. I promise you that.
Unless
they win a national championship. If Louisville makes the college, all right, yeah, let's do it.
There it is.
If Louisville wins the national championship, I will create a TikTok account.
He's made
My
a statement.
first post will be me doing the gritty out there on the field.
On the field.
Yeah,
there you go.
We'll do it. It'd be the worst thing ever.
I love it, but
terrible.
But it will be something that will make you uncomfortable. That's the whole point of these things.
Exactly.
You can't be like, hey, if Louisville wins the national championship, I'll go buy a steak dinner. Like that's not because that's something you want to do. I'll have a bourbon.
If Louisville wins the national championship, I'm going to pay down all my debts.
That's right.
Like,
all right, man.
Right.
Cool.
No one's watching TikTok.
Like,
of me
good job, I
clicking
guess.
on payments.
Yeah. Well, come
Right.
on.
Not quite the same.
I might pay down all my debts if you guys go to my OnlyFans page. See?
Texture says, I've been listening to Joker and the Thief for like the last 2 days. Fair?
I don't have an OnlyFans, guys. I have an Only Hams. It's about meat. You know, it's a thing where I smoke a lot of meat. And it's on the internet. People pay to see the meats I procure.
And Texter said, Virginia definitely calls their lockers a wardrobe.
A wardrobe. Yes.
True or false? Virginia players call their uniforms vestments.
Vestments, because it's got to be past like kits. You know, soccer is kits.
Vestments.
Vestment is perfect. Yeah,
I think that's right. Texas says, are we saying they win a national championship this year or
just ever? Just ever.
Because of proximity to the ocean, they would call it a sea chest.
A sea chest. That's not bad.
Okay,
not bad.
I like it. We'll go with that.
I like it. I do like wardrobe better, though. Even to the point where they probably call their uniforms robes, you know.
Texas says they call their lockers suites at the grounds. Now, the grounds is right, so I get what you're going at there for the suites. I can see that. I think vestments, though, as the uniforms as vestments is right.
Is Virginia one of those campuses that has a stables? The grounds has a stables, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Does everybody get a horse when they enroll?
That's a new NIL deal.
That's right.
Can you imagine?
You just get a horse.
You get a pony.
There's 20,000 horses.
Admit you wanted it. A pony. Here's a pony.
There's 20,000 horses there because everybody gets a horse when they enroll.
By the way, a number of texters pointing out that according to Lawrence, Louisville has to win and score 75 points.
What? Is that what he said?
I don't know if Lawrence has been watching. Louisville can't even score 75 against Virginia in basketball.
Where did so I didn't. There was a plane flying overhead during the Super Bowl.
Back and see if that's what he said.
Texas.
There we go. Here comes the team.
Comes
card march.
That sound you're hearing is a card march, and
the Brahms. Jeff with his
looking businesslike
with his bodyguard Brady. Just came by.
That's right. That's right. He's the head of security.
That's right.
8150-939. That's the number if you'd like to get in here. Texas says they call their lockers cupboards.
Yes, they do.
Cupboard is good. Cupboard, I like that. Uniforms as vestments, though. I feel like that's. I'm ready to go for that.
Vestments is the best.
I like that one. Right.
And they have.
Texas says I feel like Virginia calls their lockers armories.
Yeah, maybe. I will say their equipment managers are definitely valets.
Valets is good.
Valets.
Very good.
Where are my road vestments, valet? We have a contest against the Cardinals of Louisville.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
I like this idea a lot.
Here they come.
The commerce majors of Virginia. Nothing will ever live down the commerce major, for sure. Texas says, we are booing the Virginia buses on Crittenden right now.
Good. Doing the Lord's work.
They're used to it. I promise you. They're used to that. 8150-939. Look, Dave, again, I can't. This is the unfortunate part about sports that if it does go wrong, it makes it sting this much more.
We can take podcasts down, right?
There aren't a lot of objective football reasons.
No, there isn't.
To argue for this having a lot of drama to it.
There isn't one, really. Like the reason? Point to the North Carolina game. Like that's the reason. Honestly, like it's anecdotal evidence. Like there's no trend. You know what I mean, Mark? Like there's no statistical reason. It's anecdotal evidence that you point to in the North Carolina and the Miami games to say, hey, maybe they can make a game out of this. That's what it is. It's not a trend. There's not a reason outside of, well, they've done it before.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, what you're really saying is, if this is going to be close, Louisville's got to help.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's what North Carolina and Miami did.
And I would say, like, if there's one goal to definitely have if you're Louisville, like if Virginia is to just ruin this postgame show and win this game, make them do all the work.
Yeah.
Don't help. No pick sixes, no fumbled kickoff returns, no this drive had 3 defensive penalties and stayed a lot, that stuff. None of any of those just kind of ragged things. You avoid that stuff. I just don't think Virginia can win a game with a line of scrimmage back and forth kind of game.
No, they can't. We got McGilla. We got Magilla here. Magilla
always
Gorilla.
Into the personal test line, vestments pantry. Vestibule also being thrown out
Vestibule.
as a possibility. Do they call their pads undergarments?
Probably. Undergarments, vestments, the valet. All these things are
Do
true.
they say it like the Brits, like valets?
Valet? Yeah.
You know, like Jeeves?
We're making fun of Virginia, Chrissy. Don't worry about it.
We're still debating what Virginia calls their lockers, because it can't just be lockers. Texas says UVA wasted their good game against UNC. Now that I'll hear.
They've had a couple of them. I mean, depending on how you value that Miami performance.
That's the thing. I don't know what to make of the Miami game, because I don't know how much of the Miami game was Virginia and how much of it is Miami, because I'm not convinced by what's going on at Miami either.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. They're a different team now than they were earlier in the year. Or maybe they're the same team. I don't know. But they're not great.
Regardless, just in terms of like the pure football arguments for this one, there aren't tons of them for Virginia. Like there aren't tons of them to make for Virginia.
Cubicles. That might be it.
Texture wants to know if they put uniforms on, is that referring to Virginia as investments? That's funny.
You should ask the commerce major about that.
I was about to say that's a commerce major joke if there ever was one,
really
for
is.
sure. Would love.
Stepped all over it. Sorry, man.
No, it's a good joke, regardless. But no, seriously though, there are.
Crumbs
So
says
Mike
Virginia
Lindsay,
facts.
Crumb's Revenge is. Here's what I love about this: you have two of them, and you're going to do them now instead of in the morning on a Friday.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't play them.
Eat it, Drew Diener is what I'm saying. So give him the headset. He's going to put these on.
We don't want to do these post-mortem because that's what's going to be tomorrow.
This is Crumb's Revenge. This is Mike Lindsay.
In the flesh. In the flesh.
On the fly, know the foe.
All right,
hear
so
it.
Dr. Pepper, you've heard of this?
I am.
Charles
familiar.
T. Pepper graduated from Virginia.
Okay.
That's something Virginia's
They've got
very
one
proud
thing
of.
in their pro column now.
Dr. Seuss was denied admittance to the university, and it was said that Whoville in the Dr. Seuss land was a little play off the Who's, who turned him down.
Had no idea.
And that is no
That's
the foe.
two good facts.
I missed both
That's
of them.
great facts. That's one. Well done, Mike Lindsay. Love that.
Try.
Had no idea.
What are the two
about-
facts that Crumbs just hit you
All
with?
right, Spencer, spit them back to him.
So Charles T. Pepper, who invented Dr. Pepper, apparently went to Virginia. And
Did he
then-
really? He's from Texas.
Well, that's what Crumbs just said. I'm
All
not
right.
trust
No,
Crumbs.
I mean, look, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying that's
Right.
interesting because he's from Texas.
And then apparently Dr. Seuss, another famous doctor,
Theodore Geisel.
yeah, he was apparently denied entry into UVA, and that's what he based Whoville on, was because of the Virginia going by the Who's.
Yep. All right.
I do love the idea of Dr. Seuss having a lifelong grudge against Virginia, because we
doesn't?
all have a lifelong grudge against Virginia. This one's for DeAndre Hunter, you bastards!
Yeah.
Right? Like
He was
that's what-
denied entry to
right.
the grounds. You know. You know.
That's what I'm talking
He
about.
never got his horse, his complimentary horse for being a student at UVA.
I do love the idea, just generally speaking, of Virginia feeling that they are too good for Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Do you think that at their fraternities, instead of getting a paddle, they get like a polo mallet?
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm just curious. You know, I know that they get like upon acceptance to Virginia, they send you your first official pair of boat shoes and croquis. I know that's a fact.
Texas says UVA doesn't have lockers; they have walk-in closets. Their lockers are hutches. Hutches I like. Hutches I like a lot.
You got a ticket, right? Okay. All right.
Here's Dave taking care of everybody. I like that.
Hey, like I try, man. I try.
No, I understand.
Hey, JV's our guy, dude. He's our guy.
Here you go. Hey, Texas says that UVA only wins if Louisville has midterms at halftime.
That's a Notre Dame excuse. That's a Notre Dame
Texas says
excuse.
that UVA refers to the locker room as the study. Get into the uniform parlor.
The parlor, the library.
Exactly. No, I like both of these as
Just for the record,
suggestions.
UVA has brought this upon themselves. You know, it's just the truth.
tweeted at us, and I think we might have to call it. Like we might have like Steve Kornacki or whatever. Like the decision desk is in. AP's calling it. Virginia definitely refers to their lockers as an armoire. I think we might have to call it at that.
I think
armoire.
that's it.
Jimmy, good job.
I think that's it.
I think we agree we're going to go with armoire.
I think that's it.
What do you think?
That's fantastic. Armoire Vestments.
I like this idea. Virginia with the uniform armoire. I like that idea. I think that works for me.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. And valet. We'll go valet.
Let's get Chris in here next. Chris, welcome into the drive, buddy. What's up?
He just dropped.
Oh, Chris, try again, my friend. We had
Come back, Chris.
Was he going to suggest armoire? Do you think that's what happened?
You know, he's been on hold. He's like, you know what? Damn it. Yeah,
it might have been what it was, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to drop now. That was my answer for that. I hope that wasn't it. So I literally put him on hold. I text you, Mark, and then you throw to Chris, and then he dropped. Like,
You know what? I think that you guys can share the credit.
Yeah.
You can both have the credit for armoire. That is the right answer.
I just have this picture of Chris just hanging up and throwing his phone across the room.
in disgust, right?
I've been waiting forever to put. I had this great idea. I finally had the ability to call, and then some jackass texted it in. You know,
armoire is the right answer, though. No one heard that, Natalie. Don't worry, it's all good. Armoire. That's the right answer.
Mark just hit Natalie Blankenbaker in the head with his
with the headset.
With his headset.
Things are getting real down here. Yeah. A reckless out here. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and take our last break here.
Let's do it.
And if you want to get in,
Chris
81.
Back.
No, well, let's get Chris in here.
All
Chris,
right, he's back.
We'll do that. Perfect. Chris, were you going to say armoire? Be honest.
Yes, I was.
Man,
because
that's on us, dude.
Because the Seinfeld episode.
I know what you're talking about. That's great.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was that. But anyway, go Cards. I'm in traffic.
Get on.
See you here,
Chris. Good luck getting here on time, buddy. Armoire. You can share credits. Extra,
shared credit.
Chris, together.
It's really funny that we knew that that's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. 100%.
He left. He's out of here.
All right, let's go ahead and take our last break here. We'll come back. One more segment here before we kick things off here. Louisville and Virginia tonight here. Stick it here on 93.9 The Ville. After us, we'll turn you right over to pregame coverage.
Yes, we will.
Network pregame coverage. And then we'll have your postgame show immediately afterwards as well here on the drive on 93.9 The Ville. Be right back.
Genesis Diamond's biggest and last sale of the year is here. This weekend, it's an extraordinary event with savings up to 35% store-wide. Rings, earrings, pendants, fans, bracelets, nothing's held back for this once-a-year, 3-day store-wide event. Clean designers are here with expanded collections and special pricing. Plus, get 0% interest financing. Luxury pre-owned Rolex is included. Lab-grown diamonds included. It's this Friday, Saturday, and yes, even open Sunday for this incredible event. Genesis Diamond, Shelbyville Road Plaza. When Genesis Diamonds has a sale, you know it's the real deal. And it's happening this weekend on the final store-wide sale of the year with deep discounts up to 35% off. This is the big one where the staff knows they can break all the rules. Plus, Genesis selection is nearly done. Designers are here from LA and New York with their entire collections on sale. Luxury pre-owned Rolexes are also marked down. All lab-grown diamonds are also included. The last and best jewelry buying opportunity of the year. Save up to 35% Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only, and only at Genesis Diamond, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
You've got ants inside the house, mosquitoes outside the house, moles burrowing in your lawn, and termites eating your house from inside out. You're completely surrounded. Luckily, OPC Pest Services has a 4 seasons program that can help. OPC has been providing quality pest services since 1972. Protect your home and property and call OPC Pest Services for a free estimate at 969-9635 or visit opcpest.com. Again, that's 969-9635 or visit opcpest.com.
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your office, network, and print communication needs. Look no further. High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from
We
Rico
spent 2
and
hours
Saturn.
of this show.
And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Rico Pro C7210 traffic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing system, Rico and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington.
Schiffer Rose.
Kentucky Ennis, when you want the best, Huffman has it. Home of Huffman Value Pricing, where every vehicle is determined by demand and availability, not by how long we've owned it. All backed with our 3-year maintenance plan, 110% price protection guarantee, and our 7-day like it or exchange promise. Because when you buy with us, you are buying from a dealership that's family-owned and operated since 1969. Online at neilhuffman.com. Some terms and restrictions may apply. See neilhuffman.com for details. Huffman has it.
This is Mark Ennis to tell you firsthand about my friends at Court Physical Therapy. When I needed physical therapy for a painful neck injury, the staff and clinicians at Court were there to guide me every step of the way. I was able to call and get a convenient appointment on the same day without a referral, get a diagnosis, begin treatment, and begin feeling better on day 1. And then I headed home with exercises to help between sessions. After a few visits with Court's trained physical therapists, I felt like myself again. If you want to find out what Court can do for you, give them a call at 1-800-645.
Whenever you're done with it.
Check them out online.
What's that?
That's KORT.com.
Whether you're traveling for work or play, it's easier and cheaper than ever to fly Louisville. Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport now has non-stop flights to over 35 cities coast to coast. Boston is just 2 hours away with new non-stops on American Airlines. Visit the West Coast with Spirit's low fares to Los Angeles or Breeze Airways flights to San Francisco. Louisville has low fares and quick flights to great destinations like Austin, Vegas, New Orleans, and Charleston. Don't skip that weekend getaway or friends trip. Learn more at flylouisville.com.
30.
Great pleasure. Reminding you to come enjoy our beer specials at our Highlands or Middletown location. Also, if you're interested, please come out and visit our Middletown location to enjoy a new boneless wing special, half pound for $8. Thank you so much for the support during this year. We hope to see you out there soon. For more information, visit us at racecallbrewing.com.
Follow the leader. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
That's a great resource as a player to have. Welcome to the Kroger Show. At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to saving big. Because when you order online through the Kroger app, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery that you do in store, with no hidden fees or markups. Best of all, you'll know when items in your cart have a coupon, so you never miss a deal. So whether you're a delivery lover, picker-upper, or you shop in store, you'll always save big at Kroger. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
Hope you get some shot. Keep that chair as long as you need it. Whenever y'all leave, just pick somewhere over here. Yeah.
You're listening to The Drive, presented by Fitness Market, right here on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Mark Ennis.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Also known as Dave Scull.
Welcome back into the drive here on 93.9 The Ville. Mark Ennis, Dave Scull out here. We're right at the card march just went by just a little bit ago. It is Louisville and Virginia tonight. We just had a good time with a little powwow with Brock Dolman's mom.
Yeah. Lovely lady. Yeah.
Love the fact that you've got parents out here. This is the backup quarterback, eager, excited about this one. And it's kind of emblematic of just sort of the whole attitude around the team.
Yeah, no, I feel like all the players that stayed love the staff. Obviously, the new players committed to this staff. You know, the parents, any of the parents I've talked to all really enjoy the feel around the team and what the coaching staff has done for their kids. It's just, man, this just couldn't have gone any better in year one. And it's everything that we all hoped it would be, right? And how often does that happen in life generally? Let alone sports, where you're just like, I can see this looks amazing, this is what we need, this is the perfect fit. I mean, I'm sure everybody thought that at Nebraska, right? You know, I'm sure, and then how did that work out? You know, like this is the opposite of what happened with Scott Frost. Like, well, too many times everybody thinks there's a perfect fit, and it just doesn't work for one reason or the other. And obviously, we're in year one, but at this point, couldn't have gone any better.
8150 93.9. That's the number if you'd like to get in here. 3831 93.9 for the UPS Jobs text line. If you want to hit us up that way, you are welcome to do so. Louisville and Virginia tonight. Just keep it here. We'll turn you over immediately after us to network pregame coverage, and of course, immediately afterwards, you'll have the network postgame show, and then our 93.9 The Ville Coors Light Louisville postgame show after that, in which I don't. Look, there aren't a lot of objective football reasons to expect this game to make me have to do one of them sad post-game shows.
No.
So let's just talk about what we expect to actually happen tonight. This is one of the games where, look, there are lots of ways Louisville might win, and Louisville can win. More ways Louisville can win this game than any other. Virginia's not one of the better teams they've played this year. They can win lots and lots of different games against Virginia. What do we need to do? What do you need to see tonight to just at least be able to say, hey, I'm comfortable knowing Virginia's not going to win this game? What does Louisville need to avoid? Virginia's not going to win. We talk about all the ways they can win. What do they got to avoid?
They have some, especially if Calandri is in there, they have some big playability, and I want them to come out and do the same thing they've done the last few weeks. That's easy to say, right? Just come out and strangle the other opponent on offense. I mean, just defense come out and just don't let them do anything. I mean, yeah, that's ideally that's exactly what I want to see tonight. And I want the offense to move it down and score early and not help them out at all. Don't turn the ball over. Don't have any stupid, big, game-changing penalties. Stuff the run. Make whoever plays quarterback beat them through the air. Whether it's Musket or Calandria, just make them make plays on you. I think that Calandria would be interesting. It probably gives them a better chance to win, honestly, just because he mixes it up a little bit. That's the way I feel about it. That he mixes up. He's at least unpredictable. Yeah. Musket, I don't think you can just drop back and beat us to death. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's weird because, I think with Musket, the floor is probably higher, but the ceiling's lower.
Right.
Right, you can't win. Calandria.
But, I think the floor is irrelevant in this game for them. You know what I mean? Because the floor for either quarterback ain't going to help you.
I get what you're saying, though. With Calandria, it'll get weird. It might cost them, but it's probably maybe the one way they have to win, or at least
make it
likely.
Interesting. Yeah.
To make it. Look, I think there's nothing better that could happen tonight than exactly what's happened in the past two games, in the Duke game and the Virginia Tech game, and that's win the toss, defer, get a 3-and-out, drive down, score a touchdown. This thing's 7-0 with 8:57 to go in the first quarter, and the party is on. That's sort of what the doctor has kind of ordered for this one tonight. And I'm not saying it has to go that way, but if you want this to sort of feel like all the words we were looking for, the accession, the nomination, whatever we're going to call it, for coronation tonight, because it can't happen officially, that's the recipe.
What, succession? I don't even know. Because you can't really say that because Florida State's still there. I don't know. The words we're looking for. Yeah, if that's what you want, man, you put them down early like we've done the last couple of weeks. It doesn't mean you have to be up by 4 touchdowns at halftime, but It needs to feel helpless for Virginia. It felt helpless for Virginia Tech last week. It felt helpless for Duke, where I was just like, it doesn't really matter what goes on offense because, my God, they're not going to score.
Yeah, it felt helpless, and for sure, that feeling that I think that almost everyone watching had, that on the first play from scrimmage, you get that sack, and you're like, oh, man, it's going to be like this. It really, not every game has that feeling, but that feeling, I kind of have missed that.
Yeah. I'm addicted
you're right about
to
that.
it.
Yeah.
Just having that, just no worry feeling, you're just like, we're good. We're good. Because that team ain't scoring a touchdown. I'm freaking addicted to it again. And I don't know. I hope that's how it rolls tonight. Because it feels so damn good when your team plays that way.
Yeah, look, everyone I think would relish just utterly one-sided from the start.
I would.
Obviously that's ideal. The question is, are they able to kind of muster that 5 days after doing what they did against Virginia Tech? I feel like they will. I do. I feel like they'll have every opportunity.
You just said relish and muster in.
I did say
in
that.
back-to-back sentences. I was waiting for you to catch up on the next line. And I might have dropped the headphones and walked away and said you could do the last 15 minutes of the show on your own.
I did say that. You're right. Fair enough.
Justin Soforo over there did not appreciate that. He didn't appreciate that joke. He just shook his head like, this was a mistake. This was all a mistake.
Keep it in. Just leave it in. Yeah, exactly. 8150-93.9. That's the number if you want to jump in here. Again, this is your sort of your de facto Louisville pregame show.
Stop calling me de facto. I don't like that.
It's a good thing. I promise.
I know it is.
I promise. It's not a bad thing.
I know it is. I just kidding. I relish when you call me de facto.
Can I be I'm somewhat surprised we've not gotten Harbaugh news today. I would have thought Thursday would have been the day they would have tried it. When there's an NFL game, when there are games, Thursday evening would have been the chance.
He's on double secret probation, Mark.
If you don't mind, what do you think that they will actually? Do you think Tony Petitti has the nerve to actually do something?
No, I think that he might suspend Harbaugh, but he's not going to do anything to the team. He doesn't have who has the stones for that? Because you're working against your conference. You're working against your conference as a whole while also working against the rest of your conference membership. It's kind of a messed up, and you see how like mudslinging it got immediately, where they're just like, you know what? Look at all these other schools that were collecting intelligence on Michigan. They were putting together a portfolio on Michigan. Do you think that's going to stop? It'll never stop. Like if you open up this can of worms and keep going down this road, this is going to be like a 5-year process of the entire Big Ten just cannibalizing itself with accusations.
You know, it's funny. I did read Michigan's full 10-page letter.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Back to the Big Ten. Which
Mark, you didn't.
Listen, I've read worse stuff, trust me. You know me.
Moby Dick being one of them.
No, shut up. Moby Dick is good. You guys are turds.
Bartleby the Scrivener.
What I thought was funny is I read 10 pages of them never once saying we didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
10 pages of everyone's doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They did it to us.
Yeah. All the stuff
what
you
about
said to your
him?
parents.
You know what they sounded like, Dave? They sounded like my kids.
Exactly. Everything I've ever said to my parents as a child. Like, what about, Riley did that. What about Kendra? You know, why is this my fault? You know. All the ways I tried to explain away that case of beer my parents found in the backseat of my mom's car when they got back in town. Not my finest moment, Mark, trying to explain that away. Is this yours? No. Yeah.
I learned it from watching you. That's Michigan. That's what Michigan's doing. They're not denying that weed in that shoebox is theirs. They just learned it from watching you.
Watch the worst after-school special ever. The commercial, drug commercial.
I learned from watching you, all right? That is what Michigan is doing.
Oh, that's great.
They are arguing that whatever it is that you think you've got them in, they're not responsible for it because everyone's doing it.
Everybody's doing it. Which there's like an element of truth to that. Like we said earlier, there is an element of truth to that, but it's going to be tough to get yourself all the way out of it that way when there's video that seems to reflect a clear and present advantage. Direct, like you see the signals direct from the sideline, like defense has it before the offense does. It's going to be tough with that kind of damning evidence, even if the truth is probably closer to everybody does something like this.
Yeah, that's the part I think that I just have really struggled so much to make sense of in this entire controversy is like, what is it about this that seems to have made everyone so mad when it is something that I know for sure goes on all the time? What is it? And I think it's the organization of it. I think it's just one of those where Michigan made it weird, right? It's you kept notes on a criminal conspiracy. Like,
exactly.
You organized something that we all agreed would just be kind of funky.
Connor used Venmo.
Right.
Connor Stallions, also the name, used Venmo to transfer tickets and pay people for stuff. It's like, dude, you all ain't slick. I mean, you're almost as bad at cheating as Andre McGee. Like, come on, man. Be a little more slick about it. And that's the thing. Like, it was so in their face that it's completely undeniable. And that's where this stuff gets sticky. Even if it's true that almost everybody does something close to this. Not everybody does this. And they certainly don't take notes on it, or they certainly don't make it so obvious that you can trace it. Or maybe they do, and we'll figure that out in the coming weeks. But
I will say, if you ask me, power rank the coaches who would find a way to make something that everyone does somehow weird, Jim Harbaugh is number one. Going away. And
Tom Allen,
it might even be like,
he makes everything weird.
It might even be like the best example of just whatever it is that makes Harbaugh, that he somehow found a way to make a thing that everyone does. They're like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Harbaugh puts pants on 2 legs at a time. Like he just jumps into his khakis all at once. Like he just like, Jim, why does everything you do weird? He pours the milk in the bowl before the cereal. Just everything that makes it. He makes everything weird.
Texas said it only came up when Ohio State couldn't beat Michigan. I mean, hey, let's be real here. Let's be totally real about something, Dave. It might actually be true that this only became a thing once they started beating Ohio State again.
Yeah,
and that's a funny. Like, this is an all-time rivalry thing, right? If Ohio State really had, indirectly even, anything to do with whatever happened for how this was all discovered, documented, and made public, that's that's glory in terms of rivalry,
for sure,
right?
It's all time rivalry stuff. I mean, it's not quite dialysis clinic fight, but like they're getting there.
Here's a question from the UPS jobs text line. If it's like 21-0 or 21-3 at the halftime or whatever, should Braum use the second half to try and improve the passing game? Louisville may need Plummer's arm against Miami. Look, I think Jeff himself even said they haven't aired it out. They haven't necessarily needed to, but there surely is going to be a game. I said it before the Virginia Tech game. There's going to be at least one game. There's going to be a time where they're going to have to air it out maybe more than they have recently. I just don't know that doing it against Virginia Tech's going to matter. Or Virginia is going to matter.
No, and you
one
don't.
way or the other.
You don't.
If they air it out against Virginia tonight, are you going to feel like, okay, passing game?
But especially if we're up by 3 touchdowns at halftime, it's the you just you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're throwing and bringing in other factors and putting yourself in harm's way.
Right.
It's the opposite. And I'm not saying they won't toss it around a little bit, but. No, the short answer is no. I don't think that happens. Now you might see some Brock Doman in the second half. We're up by 4 or 5 touchdowns, something like that. I would love to see that.
Same. I would love that. Look, I think in terms of airing it out, the only thing that I think that I would love about it, if they made it some sort of we're especially interested in sort of getting some of this done through the air, is if the emphasis is on getting some reps and some stuff on film of other guys.
Sure.
So that once Jamari Thrash is back and is at full speed, that you get, some film of Thompson and Huggins Bruce and Bell and some of these other guys. Like that, I think I would welcome if you could just sort of get more weapons on film so that whoever, if it's Miami or Kentucky or Florida State or whoever, has to sort of suddenly at least take seriously multiple receivers. Yeah. Well, I'm here for that. I'd be in favor of.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a natural progression, though. Nothing that takes unnecessary risks. And obviously, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I am fully expecting us to be up comfortably at halftime.
Texter wants to know, is this a game where Brock Doman even throws the ball if he comes in? I would say yes.
Just because he doesn't get a chance to. That's what you do when you bring in your bat. You at least give him a chance to toss it once or twice. Not that they're going to be throwing every down, but give him a chance to stretch his arm out.
No, I think Jeff has shown this year a real an awareness of and kind of commitment to getting these reserve guys the chance to not only come in but to play and play for real.
Look at the Murray State game. I mean, there was 9 quarterbacks that play, and 6 of them completed a pass, or 7. It was.
I think 6 of them led scoring drives.
Yes, and almost all of them threw the ball. So it's at least got a chance to throw the ball, put it in the air. So that's when you get deep into your bench, and you want to reward the guys that have been there and have been putting in the work and putting in the reps. When they come in, those are important reps to them, even if the game's out of hand.
Yeah, you got to give. I think Jeff's done a really good job showing these guys that he'll reward these kinds of efforts. You know, staying dialed in. You know, good teammates. You know, these bench reps. We're going to get you guys in these games in as meaningful a moment as we can, and give you a chance to actually play.
Yeah, leadership reps. Yeah.
No, that's not what I said. I don't believe in any of that.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's get Jack in here. Jack, welcome into the drive, buddy. What's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, buddy.
If you got a drink in your hand right now, I want you to hold it up. And everybody, I want you to say cheers to Jeff Braun, baby.
Amen, buddy.
Amen.
Now listen, I called you guys on the very first day Jeff got hired. I said, listen, I'm feeling the ground. You guys remember that?
No.
A lot of people call that. I believe you. I believe you. Go ahead.
I believe it. No, I'm kidding. I get it. But listen, you're talking about wrestlers, you're talking about hustlers. Well, guess what? These defenses, Hoosiers, I happen to know for a fact that they want another show tonight. And they're going to eat tonight. Just like that time little course meal sitting right in front of you, baby. L1C4, baby.
Love it. Appreciate the call there.
There you go.
Listen,
I mean, look,
I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't remember any of your predictions from 10 months or 11 months ago.
I know there were a lot of people that called in and said 10 wins, 11 wins. There were people that said that. I believe every last one of you that calls in and says you said that.
There are a lot of people who had tremendous optimism in the wake of Louisville having hired Jeff Brom. So if you called in and listen, I said that Louisville would go 9-3, but that 9-3 would get them to Charlotte. I may end up being half right. They're going to get to Charlotte, and they made a whole lot better than 9-3.
Right. We'll see. We'll see. I hope so.
I did not in any way factor in an unexpected loss to Virginia, which I simply don't want to do.
No.
I don't want to have
don't
to
believe
do
it's
that
going to happen. Like,
right
at some
now.
point, we have to start believing that this team is what it looks like the last couple of weeks, and overall what it's looked like this season.
But that, I think, what you're talking about there, like that's the hangover of the loss to Pitt. Is I think people feel like they don't have the right.
I know
to all the way lean into their confidence.
I understand
with the
it.
team. That's what I think the Pitt loss did to this fan base.
I'm getting myself over my own personal proclivities to do that, to not fully allow myself. You got to allow yourself to love again, Mark. You got to lean in there.
Don't be jaded after Pitt.
That's right.
Was that the message of tonight?
Yes. Just get in there with 2 feet, jump all the way back in.
Listen, I don't think that tonight is going to be dramatic in terms of the outcome or the way this game goes. I believe Louisville is who they've shown themselves to be the last couple of weeks.
I agree. I agree. We're reaching our final form, and then the last piece of it is some more spread out passing performances. But that's not needed tonight, and I don't think we need it. It's going to happen.
Is there anything you would like you feel like you need to see tonight?
I want to see consistency. I want to see them come out and do what they did the last 2 weeks. I know that's a simple answer, but I'm addicted to seeing that defense be that way coming out of the gate and just strangling them and dominating them to the point where it doesn't matter that much what happens on offense. They could just be workmanlike about it, as long as that defense comes out and dominates. That's been our signature the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I'd like to see the defense look the same, because that's one of those things that I feel like, especially if my feeling that I've seen in Washington in the last couple of weeks is that it's theirs and it's settled and it's like this is the kind of defense they want to be, then that sort of thing seems like I should be able to rely on that week to week to week to week. And I think I will. I think we will with this one. And I think if that alone happens, they'll take care of business. I have no problem with that. I would not mind in the least seeing a couple of big throws.
Sure.
Especially if Thrash doesn't play. Just to remind everybody that this team can do it. And put that on film so that you have Miami with 10 days to think about what Louisville might be able to do.
And that might arise organically out of what we can do offensively. I mean, if the offensive line is dominating the way it's been the last few weeks, if that running game is eating up yardage, you bring the defense up to the offensive line, or bring it up to the line of scrimmage a little bit, and you can beat them over top. And that's kind of that's like that one thing we didn't do in the Duke game. Last week we were very efficient in the passing game, but we didn't really go over top. Like that might be, I might want to see one or two of those, sure.
I mean,
you should be able to get it out of this offense if you are punishing them under. But like if they refuse to adjust to your running game, or they can't stop you regardless, then maybe it never comes out. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Yeah, I think for Louisville, last week you did get the big catch and run, and that's fine. If you can still just generate some big throws tonight, just to remind everybody that's part of the Louisville is a team that can run the ball and play great defense, but they're not just a team that can do that, or they're not a team that can just do that.
Yeah.
I think getting people back on aware of the fact that they can throw the ball, that they have Jeff Fromm's a good passing offense guy, that he is a guy who can scheme guys open on explicit passing downs and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It does feel like that for as much as Louisville's gotten credit for being a good defensive and running team, that maybe they've lost a little bit of that. It wouldn't be a bad thing to be able to remind people, hey, throw it over your head too.
I'm with you. Everybody loves a big play every once in a while. As much as I like smothering these teams with a pillow.
Louisville fans love passing, right?
Yeah.
Love passing touchdowns, throwing the ball, innovative offense, that sort of thing. And look, maybe just maybe Virginia's like, hey, you know what? Our only chance to win is to just be irresponsible and be reckless against the run.
Yeah.
And it's Jack's, hey, they're blitzing every play. They're bringing 7, they're bringing 8, like 75% of the time. It's time to chuck it around. Good. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to just remind everybody that Louisville could beat you that way.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. And the question is whether they can even if they sell out to stop the run, whether they can stop it.
Well, there is something to be said for that, Dave, about like just sort of the message that it sends when a team sells out to stop something and it still doesn't work.
Still can't do it.
I wouldn't be sad if Louisville was able to send that message coming out of this one as well. Here, Dave, look, it's a big number. We've been talking about this one at 20.5, and look, that's a big number. It doesn't matter who it is. That's a lot of points.
Especially for a conference game.
If this was tomorrow, in which we'll do this again tomorrow, what are you doing with 20.5? Real quick, I know we got less than a minute.
Oh, I took it.
30.
Yeah, I took Louisville. I laid the points.
I think I'm going to do the same thing. I don't know about over under, but I think Louisville's going to take care of business. I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to feel like a party by the time we wrap this thing up here.
Already feels like a party to me, pal.
That'll do it for us.
Cross-filling in nice.
Following us here and the Louisville game, and then your Coors Light Louisville post-game show immediately afterwards here as well. You've been listening to The Drive on 10 The Ville.
Go Cards.
Thank you. Of course.
All right. Oh, yeah, let's make sure this thing's working. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to your Louisville pregame show. Mark Ennis, Dave Scull, Biggest Biscuit, taking care of you from now. We're about to get a couple more people, though, so stay tuned in. We're going to try to get Chrissy Banta. Maybe we'll see a Steve Roman. Some other people will hop on in front of the cameras, give you some more takes, give you some different things about the game, maybe just some nonsense. We'll have some fun. Just stay tuned, and we will be doing that here in just a sec. Thank you all. Also, hit that freaking like button. No, well, we're going to get random people to come on, hop on our stuff. That's my goal now. Thank you, guys.
That's like what.
Hey, we had on the YouTube channel 40 people at a time walking. That's brand new. That's good. And then we also did on Twitter and a couple other things. So the goal is
vintage ice hockey. If you want to win some of the River Frogs or Kentucky Thoroughbred Blades jerseys / kits for all those soccer fans out there, you can do so. Just like and subscribe us on our YouTube page. Also, our friends over at JD Becker for the Heisman Cardinal t-shirt. Coach, I just went on a long diatribe there. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You're looking great. You're in your element. You've been stopped a lot. A lot of people have asked me if I'm Nick Coffey. I tell them I'm Adam Neff. That's for a lot of people out there. Not Dave Jennings, Adam Neff. But no, you're looking good. You're in your element.
Thanks, man. I like, I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't know what the line is. Let's do a little college basketball first.
Okay, so you've won some people some money for those that are scoring at home.
I have.
How much have you won?
Listen, I don't want to talk about that.
You never ask a woman or waiting. You never ask Coach Leaves how much you're, okay.
You want to call into Diener's show in the morning? He'll let you know. He can show you the screenshots. Let's go Nebraska tonight.
Okay, I'm on it. So I am seeing the line at that for those that are scoring at home. 25.5-point favorites.
Yeah, it's a lot. I like it. I don't love it. Take North Alabama tonight. I think it's 11-ish.
North Alabama. Okay, stay with me. I got to get this out there for those that are scoring at home. North Alabama. So what are your connections to these programs? Are you just that big of a basketball junkie?
Again, that's something that we're not going to divulge.
Okay, that's fine. For recreational purposes only.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
We're not divulging.
All right, Thursday Night Football. It's the battle of the toilet bowls. You have the Panthers and you have the Bears. Tanner over here telling us that it is a little bit take the under. Who do you like there?
Who's starting a quarterback for the Bears tonight?
It's the guy, the CrossFit guy.
I like the CrossFit guy.
You like the
I'll tell you, over the number one pick. the beignet.
Yeah, I feel like
the
I'm going to New
beignet or
Orleans.
baguette. We're going with him. We'll go with the Bears over the Panthers. They stink.
It's a battle. It's a bottom 1-7 Panthers versus 2-7 Chicago Bears. What we like to say, made for Amazon Prime and Thursday Night Football.
Al Michaels even going to show up for this one.
It's 3.5 right now. I'm seeing for the Bears. Okay, let's see. A couple games coming up this weekend. You like for those degenerates that are out there. Obviously, Louisville, Virginia coming over tonight.
Get over here.
Steve Rummage looking wonderful.
Get over here. Get him over here.
He's looking like a get back coach. He's looking wonderful.
Get him in. Get him in here.
Louisville. I think
he got stopped. He's no celebrity.
He's the mayor.
Got stopped.
He's the mayor.
Right,
Louisville, Virginia.
Yeah.
2-7 Virginia. Obviously been through a lot. Louisville, in my opinion, should take care of business, especially considering everything that they have on the line. We're an ACC championship.
I wish Nikki was here to play the Admiral Akbar It's a Trap, which he's been playing and his dad actually loves. I think they'll be right at it. I think you're looking at like 27-7, like one of those type of deals tonight.
I feel like in the third quarter, if you're up big, get the starters out, and you start wrestling for Miami.
Yes,
that's what I like.
That's a good call.
Traveling down I-64, Alabama and Kentucky. Kentucky is a 11-point underdog. 11-point favorite. 12 o'clock ESPN. Strebel has you covered on the post-game show. Who do you like there?
Roll Tide.
Roll damn Tide.
I mean,
Sorry, Mark Stoops, you're not waddling your way to this one.
That'll be ugly.
Is Vince Merrill going to plug in his headset? It's an ongoing joke that I never think his headset's plugged in. It's like a Fisher-Price headset.
That's funny.
Over there. Cooper Heston's here. Look at him. He just fresh back from New York right there. Cooper, you want to get on here?
Fresh from New York with some pizza.
Him and Matt Jones sitting courtside up there.
We got Stevie Rumman behind us waiting to come on. A few people eating some food over here.
Next up, some other top 25 showdown. I'm just going rapid fire right now. Miami and Florida. Miami and Florida State. Florida State, a 14-point favorite.
Right.
In what should be a rivalry game. It feels like if they do not take care of business with this for the U, it is not the U of my childhood, and Mario Cristobal could perhaps lose this team.
The line is, again?
14 in favor of Florida State.
I mean, they got to cover that, right? They have enough. It's not like this is a depleted Miami team. The quarterback situation's a mess. They played, but they have enough firepower. They got to keep that one within that.
All right.
And again, FSU's wide receivers, so there you go. That's a big if. They didn't play against Pitt, and that was an issue.
Rummage is in the land of unbridled optimism where he's already looking ahead to all those folks. All right, so what are some other games you're excited about this week? Like NFL, college basketball?
Arizona Duke, Friday night.
Okay, that should be a fun one right there. So let me pull that up in my handy-dandy phone. That's, if you're watching that, is that on ESPN?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, that feels like an ESPN
game. Pretty high total for that one.
All right, so I'm pulling it up on my handy-dandy phone. The total is, if I can pull top, you said Duke. Let's go ACC, Friday. All right, Arizona-Duke. That should be a fun one. 7 o'clock, ESPN2. Duke is a 4.5-point favorite right there. I'm in love with Tommy Lloyd. Like
I know you are. You talked about this last year when we started. When our friendship was blooming,
Tommy Lloyd.
You were a big fan, and of course, I think it was a first-round exit. But listen, hey,
look, life goes on. But it was I'm latching on to assistant coaches, taking the reins, like going the defensive.
I tried to get you on the Aztec train, but I couldn't do it.
You did. It's the CBS Sports Network bug. If it's not on ESPN Fox, I'm sorry, I cannot take you serious, and that's terrible.
Well, look, and just I'm telling you, New Mexico this year, out of that conference, watch out. They're loaded.
Little Ricky P right there. You said the over/under in this Duke-Arizona game is 153.5.
Yeah, I'm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend.
I think we're going over with that one.
How's it going?
It's just potpourri right now, Steve.
No, you're looking great. You're looking like a get-back coach. Like, it's my dream job, and you have it right now.
I have changed to the crew neck. I'm a hoodie guy, but I've figured, you know what? Let's go crew neck now. Let's see how it does. So I'm feeling good.
You look like if Blankenbaker still had Gunnar Brewer on the sidelines.
Okay.
And he was getting too close to the field. Blankenbaker was pulling back.
The pullback guy.
It's my dream job.
I'm gonna see if
you look wonderful.
I'm gonna see if Lieberman will hire me for the TBT next year to be on staff, so that way when he's up moving around.
I'm looking for my very own Collier Stallions, and you might fit the bill.
And I'm just looking around. I'm gonna watch all the teams.
No, it's wonderful because it warmed my heart in the TBT. I don't know if you know this. During the Memphis game with the guy that came up to Luke Snipples. And that's being generous.
Yeah.
He one of the guys on the team turned around and called Cooper an F-boy after hitting a big shot. That's the good stuff right there.
Yes. That is and then you started rooting for them. It's like, sorry, Lee.
Not terrible.
No.
What do you want to see tonight?
Okay.
Middays with Marcus Maven and Steve Rummage. So what do you want to see?
No, I mean 100% tonight. And this is going to sound so big boyish, but I want to get a dub and I want to come out healthy. Now, here's the thing. It sounds like Jamari Thrash is going to dress. Sounds like Joar is going to dress.
According to Pete Thamilto out there.
Yes. Well, I was going to say according to me. Well, you've ruined it now.
Sources.
I know.
Sources.
Yeah, I know.
You just need to buzz your head and look like a penis.
I was trying to be like, hey, we got some inside info on the pregame here.
You're funny tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
But no, you want to see them come out defensively, do what you can do. They're not a good run defense. Let's keep it on the ground. Let's keep it efficient. Let's win the game. Let's get healthy because your next 4 games are most likely at Miami, Kentucky here, the ACC championship game, and the the Orange Bowl. I mean, the Rose Bowl. I've got us in the playoff. The playoff.
Let's get our stuff. Let's get our stuff stolen. Let's get our stuff stolen. So yes, I agree. I want to see the starters out by the third quarter.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see it. We're starting rest and get that extra 2 days and go from there.
Let's stay healthy. I mean, look, we got the Glow game. Let's have fun. Let's stay healthy. Let's get a dub. Let's move on.
May I say, I agree wholeheartedly. What you got to avoid in coaching is the same thing in basketball. Hey, let's get a big
coach,
lead.
you eat
So
pasta.
then you think you're just going to be 20-0 off the bat, and guys are almost trying too hard.
Yep.
And then it's only 7-0 in the second quarter.
Hey,
And
coach, you eat pasta.
You want to get
Now
those
you're in a
guys rested.
dogfight.
So they got to come with a mindset they want to just bury them early.
Yes, yeah. Let's go home, man. You know, let's enjoy it. And you win tonight. Your odds go up like 97.8 to make the ACC title game. And you win next week, it's not even a question. But my God, man, you basically clinch an ACC title game tonight. That's insane.
In year 1 for Jeff Ross.
Year 1.
That's the good stuff right there.
Gosh, man.
No, he's Steve Rummage, Coach Mark Lieberman, Phil Baker, Justin Soforo, producers. Subscribe us on YouTube. We're going to do more of this stuff.
This is awesome.
Yeah. We'll save that for the end. There should be some children watching.
Smash that subscribe button, baby.
He wants me to say the F word. It's not past 7 o'clock in bath time and everything. I'm cognizant of that. Maybe it's right there.
Which F word?
Oh, yeah, we can say the F-bomb.
We're allowed to say the F word on here?
Say it, Steve.
Say it.
Say the fuck word. Say it.
Just gonna say ass.
He's working on it. He'll do it. You're a coach. I'll save it for
This is awesome. I know, this is awesome.
Fucking right, we can curse on this thing. Let's go.
I love it.
So, okay, so what other games, ACC? Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm good. No, we'll sign off with that. We put an exclamation point on this, but we're good for two per.
I can say anything I want.
Cock balls.
Yeah, I know balls.
But what other ACC games are you going to be watching when you can kick your feet up this weekend and just watch?
Okay, let me say this, Phil. Of course, I'm going to look at Florida State, Miami. Right. Thank you.
OAN.
Thank you.
Newsmax.
Big time. Yeah. Nikki Haley's winning me over, though. She was good last night. She was good.
Who's the guy building the wall in Canada?
As long as it's a Republican, that's all I ask. Okay.
It's a blind spot for me.
Since we couldn't put up anything better than Daniel Cameron this year, it was like, Jesus Christ.
I'm surprised you're not wearing his Louisville jersey here. You had an opportunity. I'm surprised that didn't make the Mitch McConnell auction site or something.
Yeah, I was like, guys, what are we doing? Anyways, we'll save that for another show. But no, I'm going to watch UNC Duke because obviously there's a lot there. Florida State because I'm basically scouting them at this point. But we can go a step further than that. I'm going to be paying attention to Michigan, Penn State, Georgia, Ole Miss. I mean, Kentucky don't have a shot in hell to beat Bama, but whatever, we'll watch it.
Mark Stoops will cover by having the ball the entire fourth quarter, and then he'll take a knee until he can score.
Yeah. But I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, there's bigger picture that you have to watch right now. I mean, until you lose, I mean, you have to pay attention because Louisville's probably going to move up to 9th in the next poll.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm most excited about, just kicking your feet up, watching it. Coach, what about you? Who are you looking forward to this weekend? The brands of football. Did you see the Manny Diaz shot to Michigan? So he was encouraging people to come out to the game, but he was doing this. Hold this, please.
Yes.
Please come out to the game.
That is, I mean,
that's Manny
That's
Diaz.
fantastic.
That is really
That's
good.
pretty sharp.
Right?
That's
That is
pretty
good
sharp.
stuff.
Yeah.
No question.
All right.
Michigan's going to kick their ass.
Oh, I know. I mean, that would be the biggest flex of all time if they're able to pull that off. All right. Closing thoughts. How much time do we have? I don't even know how much time it is the game time.
Oh, it's only 6:25.
Oh,
We're good.
we got plenty of time. Oh, we got an hour. All
right. We're partying.
Well, ish.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to get a sandwich.
Yeah, go get a sandwich. Go get a sandwich. Let's take a break. We'll rejoin it here in a second, and then we'll get a little something to eat. You look malnourished. You need something to eat, and then we will be back here in a bit, okay? Like, subscribe, and hit that. On the other side, we'll let you know what you need to hit. Hit that button right here on ESPN Louisville Plus.
Now you make me feel bad for cursing. Yeah, I know. Kids are like, let's come on right now. Being Def Jam comedy.
Hey, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. I like that. Steve, thank you. I love the energy you bring.
That's a Christmas gift.
But I've always loved Steve's energy. Whatever you did on there, I love it. Makes me happy. Yeah, you just say fuck shit.
I heard you talk about Nikki Haley. I like Nikki Haley.
I mean,
she's good. What about Vivek? No, he wants to build a wall. I thought they were friends. I gotta get on this because I like to voice my sports opinions with a lot of curse words. Yeah, this would be perfect.
oh, you're a mic whore? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, we got you.
Oh, we have enough of those here. We don't have many mic whores here. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Right? No, I appreciate it. Hey, that's good stuff. I enjoy it. That's good. It's really good. I love it. That's why you can just chill. I know you don't drink, but you can just chill out, have fun, talk whatever. You can say whatever you want and not worry as much. I know. That's the one nice thing.
That's dope, man. I like that.
Yeah. I appreciate you getting on. When we get more mics, because like I'd like to have mine so I can input too, but it's fine. But honestly, while these are test running, I don't have a lot because my mind's focused on all this shit, getting going. But I like to participate too. Like I do a streamable kind of stuff. So. We've been missing this for years, and I've been like, y'all need to do this.
This is strong out here.
It's fun. It took me like no time to set it up now either. He's fantastic. There's a reason he gets paid to do it. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make some shorts out of this.
That's the best we can come up with.
Yeah.
A black guy that people, black people in Jefferson
Don't
County
like,
don't like.
Yep.
I don't like getting into politics. Can we just elect somebody that I said that to someone and she loves it. So you're anxious.
Does maybe go to the games?
Yeah,
He does.
But he'll park up there.